At some point, you're going to have to come to the realization that the American dream is no longer buying and owning a house. All right. And this is where all the real estate people come in hating and talking because I'm against buying a house and they can't get their 6% off of your sale. But I really don't give it. But let me explain something to you. Let's say you've got $1 million in equity in a house, right? You are much better off selling that house for $1 million, taking your profit and putting it into a fund that's going to give you a 10% return. That way you're making $100,000 a year off of your $1 million and you can just live off of that. But if you got $1 million in a house, it's not doing for you. It's just sitting there and nobody ever wants to talk about the extra expenses that come with a house, the water heaters you got to replace for $10,000, the AC that you're going to have to replace for $10,000 to $15,000, the yard work every single year, the upkeep, the property taxes, just the general maintenance on a house. That stuff gets very, very expensive. So the people that are owning a house, they never end up having the money that they think they're going to have. Have you ever seen somebody that got all their money in a house that seems wealthy? No, because all their money's tied up in a house and you can't just, it's not like selling a stock where you.
What we see here, we're starting to see more and more people moving to what I'm saying. Nobody ever got rich buying a house. The only people that made money off of buying a house were the boomers. People that bought the houses for $50,000 and now they worth millions. But the American dream of buying a house and getting rich is over. It's never really been a dream. People don't understand. There's too many people that make money off your real estate transaction in the first place. And then you have to worry about maintenance. Then you have to understand liquidity and equity. I have equity in my house, but I can't get access to it unless I do another what? Another loan or refi. And then what does that do? That restarts the time on when you can actually own the house, period. I like the fact that we have people waking up. Buying a home is not a good investment. It's not. Buying a home is not a good investment because you're caught up in equity, but you can't get access to that money. That's why I tell people rent. That's why I tell people don't do a mortgage. If you really want a house, I would say buy it cash. Don't put yourself in a position where you have payments. Buy something that's affordable. Don't buy a house because you're trying to get rich. A house is not a good investment. It's never been a good investment. We have so many people trying to pump it up. Oh, buy my course or do this, become a real estate agent, blah, blah, blah. There's no money in owning a house. All it is a liability. A house has never been an asset. It's been a liability. So this is why you have to wake up and understand this. You're not going to get rich buying a house. The only time that people got rich was the boomers because they're the ones that bought the house for dumb cheap and that house is worth a lot. But a lot of them boomers ain't rich either because they've always been refining year after year after year. So they don't really even have that equity. It takes a lot to run a house. It takes a lot to own a house. And that's what people don't understand. You're looking at the equity, but you're not understanding how much you already spent on maintenance, how much you spend on things to fix because you own that house. Buying a house, it's not going to make you rich. It's a luxury. Buying a house is a luxury, meaning you have extra money. You can buy it cash. It's a luxury. You got it. But it's not a necessity. It's not a mandatory thing that's going to make sure you have money. That's why you got to wake up and stop listening to these gurus or these real estate agents telling you buy a house is good for you. Everybody wins off of you buying a house but you. Everybody wins off of you buying a house but you. That's why you have to wake up and understand, like, you got to see the jig. The jig is up.
Got $1 million in the stock, you can just sell 100,000 because you need some cash. You can't just sell a little piece of your house. You got to sell the whole thing, right? That's if you can find somebody to buy. So I would suggest that you rent a home. Renting's going to be a lot cheaper. Any issues you have, that's going to be on the landlord, and the extra money that you're saving from not all these miscellaneous expenses that pop up and yard keep and all that, you invest that money. If you don't have a whole bunch of equity already in a house where you can sell it, just invest your money, the extra money, invest that get a return on that and just rent. You can rent your whole life. What these people talking about owning a house. You never see none of them motherfuckers rich. None of them people living life on their own terms because all their money is tied up in a fucking house, man. Don't be fooled by that. So understand, a stock like Tesla doubles every 4 or 5 years. Your house may double over the course of 25, 30 years. It may double in value.
That's why you got to start understanding stocks, understanding putting your money. If you're trying to make money, you're trying to get liquidity, you're trying to get access to your money quickly, you never put your money into a house. You put it in stocks. If you want to get dividends, there's so many ways you can make money in stocks. You just have to be smart enough and take your time and not trying to hit a lick. Like he said, your house may be double over 25 years. See, you're not going to have the numbers like the boomers have, right? Their houses probably jump 10, 20x, right? Now, with the way these prices are now, that's why I feel like there should be a real estate crash coming soon to get these prices down to normal status. But if you look at it, you're looking at it as a point of putting your money into a house or versus putting your money into stocks. Put your money in stocks. Put your money in things S&P 500 if you just want to be safe, where you can consistently make money and understand that you can have access to that money, but you don't have to manage and maintain that money. Like when you buy a house, you still have to maintain it. Lights, windows, doors, electricity, gas. You put $1 million in stock, what are you maintaining? Well, how much money is going out when you're putting money into stocks? Zero. If you're putting money into a real estate project or putting money into real estate, how much money is going out? Millions. So that's why you got to understand that people are starting to wake up, and congratulations to this brother that's pushing this, because more of us need to understand that the house is not the gateway to being rich. I always tell people that if you can't afford a house, if you're going to be house poor, make sure you just rent. Rent the place, so now you're not worried about the maintenance. $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 roof, $10,000 water heater, $20,000, $50,000 air conditioning unit needs to be replaced. These are real-time expenses. Oh, I got a home insurance thing. They never come through in the clutch. Home warranty, scammers too. Everybody gets paid off of the real estate but you. Everybody. I looked at when I sold my house or bought a house before. Everybody gets paid, especially when you do a mortgage. It's ridiculous. They're always going to push that real estate is the best thing for you to make money because so many people make money off of real estate. Banks, agents, they want 6% just for basically doing nothing. Taxes, the government, city, state, local, home inspectors. It's just appraisers. Everybody's getting paid but you. That's the crazy part. Everybody's getting paid off of your house but you. And then when you sell, you're making peanuts and you've gone through all of the stress. That's why you just got to be smart, man.
But do you not realize how many other investments you could have all that money sitting in that might have paid you 5 to 10 times in that same amount? So quit thinking that home ownership is the way to financial freedom, because it's not.
Very true. Very true. Everybody's trying to find the lick, right? But people have been pushing this real estate play on a lot of people. Use it to make money. Use it to make money. As a person that owns real estate, owning real estate is very stressful. It's not even worth it. The margins that you make is not even worth it. The equity now is not even worth it. It's just not worth it. So that's why it's just best to put your money in stocks. That's the best play. Let me know your thoughts about this in comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, keep this thing rock, keep it going. I appreciate you guys locking into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.